GPA of like 3.8, he was 2.6 by the time he graduated. And I was like, what did you do, son? Where did I fail you? He said, well, you didn't fail me, Dad. I just didn't want to do the work. I said, well, fair enough, no problem. Well, guess what? You're going to get what you got, because that's what life gives you, okay? So he missed an opportunity to take a scholarship to the University of Texas. He's got to go to junior college. And I told him, I said, this don't teach you a lesson wrong. Just because you are 6'1", 350 pounds don't mean you automatically going to get picked up, because they do look at your GPA. But the great thing about it is I also told him, I said, well, they only look at your GPA until you get to the NFL, then they look at your bank account, so let's go make it up there, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what we're going to talk about this evening, because I want to keep it short and keep it to the point. I can't say that it's going to be something of motivation, but it is something that you want to take notes on. Because it's something that happens a lot with people who are building their business, who are building any kind of relationships, people that are just, building themselves. They had an incredible opportunity. And so we're going to talk about 5 things. 5 things that you don't allow yourself to be controlled by. So for my note takers, make sure you get your notes out. This is going to be a good one. 5 things. The first one is your past. Don't let your past hurts determine your future worth. Okay? Number 2, other people's opinions and judgments of you. If you buy other people's opinion, you buy their lifestyle.
I know that's right.
The only opinion that counts is what you believe in yourself. See, I don't worry about other people's opinions because it's not my business. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Number 3, limited beliefs in yourself. We all have a belief system. We all have realistic beliefs and value beliefs. And a lot of times we don't even believe in our own selves. Sometimes we gotta have people believe more in us than we do believe in them.
Yeah.
Number 4, one of my personal favorites is talking about relationships. Relationships can elevate you or destroy you. That word love is a powerful word. It says it's the most powerful word in the universe. And a lot of people get blinded by it. It's called an emotion. But when you figure out how to channel that emotion, you'll understand that love is just a byproduct of your success. We're going to talk about that here too. That's one of my favorite ones. And the last one, which is about 75 to 95% of the people in the world are controlled by, what do you think it is? Money. Money. So the first one we're going to talk about is your past. Now, with dealing with your past, a lot of people like to live in the darkness of what it used to be. Nobody likes to live forward in what it should be. And see, what happens is you don't want to hurts and pains go. You don't want to let those past hurts go. Things that happen with your parents, things that happen with yourself, things that happen with a former spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, former teacher. You see, many of you have been hurt in the past. And because of those hurts, you let that dictate what your future is going to be. And see, that's not wealth management. You're destroying your own self. Because see, guess what? The past is there for a reason. It's just a reminder of where you're going. Because see, what you go through, it dictates who you are, who you're going to be. It dictates what your future holds for you. But it doesn't have to stop you from growing. And see, what happened is many of you, if you think about things in your past, it holds you back from a lot of things. Going out to get those extra clients, go ahead and get on Shark Tank and ask for $500,000 and walk out with $2 million. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Yeah.
Those gentlemen walked in asking for $500,000 for 4% and left with $2 million and 16% with 2 sharks. One is a billionaire and one is worth like over $500 million.
Man.
They believed. They didn't let their past stop them. And you have to understand that. That's important. Number 2, other people's opinions and judgments. How often have you not done something because somebody said that you couldn't? And that was their opinion. You were too tall, too short, too fat, too skinny. I've even heard people say you're too cute. I didn't know that was possible. But their opinion of you does not dictate your reality. Write that down. Other people's opinion of you does not dictate your reality. It's your own opinion of you. Your past beliefs, your past hurts, everything that has ever happened to you is how you develop your opinion of yourself. It doesn't matter what somebody else says about you. It doesn't matter if they say, if they talk about your gender, if they talk about your sexual preference, if they talk about your ethnic background. It doesn't matter. It's obvious. I didn't have a choice to be a black man, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to let that hold me back from success. Because last time I checked, money doesn't look at color. Money likes to be told where it goes. That's it. Ask your money how it feels today. I don't know. Where you want me to go? It does what it's told. And see, opinions don't do nothing but run through your blood and destroy you. Especially when you allow those opinions to dictate who you are. Number 3, don't allow your life to be controlled by your limited beliefs. We live in an unlimited society. We live in an unlimited world. We live in an unlimited opportunity of growth. We're in the greatest country on the planet to make money. I've traveled internationally. I've seen some places. There's some beautiful places out there. There's some beautiful countries. I remember one time I got an opportunity to cook down in Barbados, right? And Barbados is in the West Indies. It is a beautiful island. I mean, you literally can take a boat out, 2,000-3,000 feet, and you can see almost 200 feet down. I remember I was on a catamaran, and there was I guess it was a stingray or a monorail. I really couldn't tell, but he swam under the boat. And I reached out to touch him and kept going down and couldn't find him. They were like, the tour guide was like, no, he's probably about 20-30 feet down. I was like, what? That's like 3D HD right there. You know? But with all that beauty that was there, when you went into the island, there was a lot of poverty. And even though that beauty was there to the tourists, see, I worked in the hotel that was a little off in the cut, a little deeper down. And that hotel was not one of the best. And I got to see a whole different side of what it is. They don't have the opportunities we have here. Some of those people over there didn't have running water. They literally went down to the ocean and would boil the water till the salt was out of it, and that's what they would use to bathe and drink in. And see, we don't have that problem. I tell people all the time here in the United States, it's the greatest thing. Hey, if you ever get put out of your house and you're homeless and you got a car, get you a gym membership. You can always take a bath. I always make the work. Can't do that in many countries. Just saying. Thinking outside, up in your belief system, up in who you are. Number 4, relationships. Now this is a touchy subject. It's a very touchy subject. So if I offend you, it's okay. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the person sitting next to you, okay? Love can build. Love can destroy. Which one do you choose? See, love is a strong, fundamental thing in the universe. It's one of those things like faith that is out there so strong that you don't see it, you just know you have it. And a lot of people are in relationships that they don't even really want to be in, but they're in so much fear of being alone that they'd rather stay with the foolishness than step out on their own in faith. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and get divorced. I'm not telling you to kick out your boyfriend or your girlfriend. I'm not telling you to do that. But I am telling you to reevaluate who you are and what you do in that relationship. Are they adding to or taking away? Are they blessing you or are they cursing you? Is there upliftment? Is there encouragement? Are you guys on the same path? And not just personal relationships. Oh, there's business partner relationships as well. Business partnership is just like a marriage. In some respects, it's worse than a marriage, especially when you're dealing with 7 to 8 figures in the bank and you got to talk to 6 or 7 different people about it. Get on conference call after conference call after conference call, make sure that everything is going right and on the up and up. But you got to know to make sure that relationship is strong and that love, man, they don't pay the bills. It makes you feel good. And you got to evaluate. See, a lot of times people with relationships, they get married for love, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But why would you get, if it's 2 people and you're broke and they're broke, why would you want to start life that way? Now, I'm not saying you to be a gold digger, but I mean, what do you want to dig for? They always talk about this little caveat, because I talk to my daughters all the time. They always talk about, remember that song by Kanye West, gonna be a gold digger? Mm-hmm. She don't want to mess with nobody broke, right? So I told my daughters, they was like, hey, Dad, what's the meaning of that song? I said, I don't know what Kanye talking about. I want you to dig for gold. I mean, I don't want you to dig for copper. I mean, what else you gonna look for? You know, I'm not telling you got to marry somebody wealthy. You can build your own wealth, but I don't consider you a gold digger if you go after 6 figures from home for life. I ain't mad at you. Don't lowball. Hey, love is great. What happens when your lights turn off? Do you still love them? I mean, just I'm just keeping it 100. I mean, I've seen a lot of relationships where people get laid off, and that's when the divorce happens because if the money ain't right, the relationship ain't tight. If the money ain't there, don't go there. That's what they say. I'm just being real. I like to be honest. Like I said, this isn't motivation. This is a note-taking class for this. Because I know some of y'all here are dealing with some relationships that you'd like to be out of. Personal and professional. There's some people you work with that you would just love for them to be fired. Well, I'm going to tell you this. The person that needs to change is you. Man, it got quiet. Ooh. It's not them, it's you. Always remember that. Because guess what? You can't control their actions, you can't control their thinking, you can't control anything that they do. But you can control who? You. Relationships. Very, very, very important. And the final one of my favorite is money. This is what controls the majority of the humans on the planet. Now, I'm not saying don't go for wealth. I'm not saying don't go for success. I'm not saying don't put 7 figures into your bank account. But if you continue to chase money the rest of your life, as opposed to letting it chase you, you're going to have a tough existence. I've seen plenty of people that chase money. They don't chase the dream and the opportunity. They don't chase the wealth. They don't chase the happiness. I had friends that gone to the NFL. One of my former business partners when I owned my nightclub about 10 years ago used to play for the Atlanta Falcons. He had a $5 million a year deal. 5-year deal. He had $25 million and they gave him half up front. He still wasn't happy. I'm like, what do you mean you're not happy? You went to Dallas Cardinals. You know, I don't know if anybody remember about Dallas football back in the late 80s, early 90s. He was one of the guys that played on that Carter football team and had like 20 of them went to the NFL. You know, he had an opportunity to play with Tom Brady at the University of Michigan. You know, he was a starting nose tackle. So we're not talking about, somebody that was underneath. We're talking about one of the elite NFL players. And I'm like, you're not happy with 12 men coming out of Oak Cliff? Dallas? Because he said he realized, you know what, now that I've achieved all this, he said it was never about the money. And all I did was chase the dollar. He said I would have rather retired and took a $500,000 contract just to play the sport I loved than to be messed over by the NFL for the money.
Dang.
So I'm not telling you not to go for the money. Go for as much money as possible. But realize that there's more to it. Don't chase the money. So you have money chasing you. You should have people calling you. You should have people on your Instagram and your Facebook and in your email. You should wake up in the morning and expect a check in the mail. For the people that still write checks. I'm a direct deposit guy. I like to wake up. Cha-ching! I got this little app on my phone. I got this little app on my phone that when I get another little business thing, the little dollar sign, from one of the companies, if somebody made a deposit or something like that, it goes cha-ching, and it's so cool. I enjoy it. It sounds much better than, getting those letters in the mail or those things from the bill collectors. So, 5 things that you do not let control your life so you can live fully. Your past, other people's opinions, limited beliefs, relationships, and money. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. The best way to success is to find your path. Follow that path and don't let anyone take you off of it. That's my time, guys. I'm going to give it back over here to your wonderful host, Mr. Houston Harris. Can we cue the music for the host?